Hello guys! Back again with me Enzio Gaming on Ragnarok Origin Global. So today, as my promise before, I will share a video about my PvP build as Shadow Chaser. I already published my PvP build on YouTube. You can check on my channel if you interest with PvP build. So stay tuned and enjoy the video. So I will begin with my stats. At my PvP build, I have the stats usually I use. PvP stats for Guild League and Dimension Drill, and the second is PvP stats for War of Imperium. The difference about this stats just only on STR and VIT. Let's begin. AT Imperium PvP. I put only 36 points on my STR, 93 points on Aggie, 99 points on VIT, 39 points on Dex, and 61 on Luck. Reason I only put 36 on my ST are because I really need max VIT to survival on Imperium, because my job is strike and get enemy Imperium, so I need big health points here. I get other STR and physical attack from Archbishop when they can bond me to get more DPS, so 36 point STR was enough for me. And you can see I got 9,900 PvP damage reduce, 9,500 PvP damage bonus, and 6,600 ignore physical defense. Nowadays, ignore PDEF is very important stats, because so many players now have a big PvP damage reduce and defense. So that's why I looking for ignore PDEF now. I reduce my PvP reduce damage and move it to ignore PDEF. And this stats for PvP build on Guild League and Dimension Drill. WHY I full STR and empty my VIT. Because right now so many players play as Shadow Chaser and Biochemist. Biochemist is overpowered job, because he can kill instantly enemy when enemy have big health point. That buff was so broken. That's why reason I didn't put VIT on my PvP build on Guild League and Dimension Drill, because I must face to face to kill them. Okay, now let's talking about skill tree. On skill tree I used Shadow Lurker build, because on PvP Shadow Lurker have more advantage than Masquerade build. On Shadow Lurker build, so many skill area can we use. So that's more useful on Guild League and other PvP fights. You can follow my skill tree if you interest. At the first job you can take basic skill to fulfill skill points. Don't forget to take backslide and hiding, because that skill so useful in PvP. For the Rouge and Stalker job, don't forget to take Rampage, Surprise Attack and Stillness. Because we still get more advantage passive buff from that skill, increased damage so high. For the Shadow Chaser skill tree, we take all skill on right side, because on Shadow Lurker build, all skill on right side is Lurker build. If you looking for rogue technique you must take technique acquiring skill and use Shadow Lurker build to obtain them. On soul capturing skill, we can steal and use MVP skill for us. That's advantage I told. So many skill MVP so useful to use. For example, as you can see, I used 3 preset on my skill MVP. Meteor Assault is DPS out skill with high damage so far on all MVP skill, and this skill have element shadow on it. The radius on this skill so big, so we can kill so many enemy with this skill. Power Boost is buff skill can we use for increase our physical damage, and last preset I use is Spirit Ambush. This skill so powerful for DPS, and this skill can we combine with hiding skill, so on hiding we can keep use this skill without concern about break or hiding. Graffiti Mastery is dispel skill we can use for dispel control effect from enemy, so almost all skill on Shadow Lurker build is so useful. Don't forget to put almost all skill build on Shadow Chaser tree to manual and auto. For auto and manual skill, you can follow mine, but this manual usually depends on your playstyle, so keep learning about manual and auto to get your playstyle. On my auto skill, I put Shadow Slash, Meteor Assault, Auto Shadow Spell, Spirit Ambush, and Gravity Mastery. This is auto skill usually I enjoy to use. You can try by yourself. Sometimes I take out Meteor Assault and put in manual, so easy to me to aim enemy with Meteor Assault. Now for the Sigil, use all Sigil with PvP damage reduced to get more survival advantage. On mine I use Floating Protection, Immortal Body, Soul Mark, and Gate of Suffering. For the support Sigil I use Radiant Guardian for buff death. The reason why I use one Sigil DPS, because I think I already enough for get PvP damage reduce, so I keep one Sigil offense to make easy kill enemy. Or if I concern again with my defense, I will change with Surging Protection to get PvP reduce again. That's a situational how we learn about Battlefield. For the Varus core, you can use or follow what I use on Varus. I use Muscle Block to get more tanker. For the Concealed Teeth, we get more advantage damage if we use Hiding because we got bonus damage after we lose our invisibility. Malice is most important Varus according to me, because on this Varus, we can use so many Dispel skill to enemy in one Varus for random chance. This most broken Varus I think. And other Varus you can use other Varus you have. Holy Light Shield, Corrosive Poison, Heart of Rouge. I think that's optional Varus you can use. And now, let's talk about Divine Armament. For weapon Shadow Lurker, we can use Soul Capture Ravage Crossbow, because this weapon was so good for Shadow Lurker build. This weapon have bonus critical damage to skill MVP we use, increase skill damage, increase physical damage up to 30%, and can auto-cast Strip. Skill Strip help us to broken or remove armor enemy, so this weapon was very good. And for the armor, cloak, and shoes, we can use new Divine Armament set. We must have 3 equipment Ravage to open this set. Intimidated Herfjotter. This set give us so many advantage. As you can see, this set give us bonus on PvP and PV damage so high. For the calculation, we got almost 900 points of PvP and PV damage bonus to use this set. Other than PvP and PvE bonus, we will get elemental resistance and global cooldown with this set. So you can try use this new Divine Armament on PvP build. And for my equipment, almost same with my PvE build, I looking for crit damage build. So I use Elf Beret on headwear, Ocean Imprint on facewear, Maple Solitary on mouthwear, Colors of Fall on costume, and Jingle Pine on backwear, almost all critical damage build. On Nebula Path, I use Shadow Lurker build, and for the Nebula talent, you can fill all stellar points with offense and defense slot. Take PvP Ward, Dev Elements, Physical Defense, PvP Bulwark, PvP Fatality, and Damage to Job. You can follow my Nebula, because this good for me. Defense reduce on job. I just take Doram, Sorcerer, Thief, and Mechanic only because nowadays that's job many on my server. And now for Nexus Engine, my PvP build on attack module focus on ignore PDEF, critical damage, and PvP damage bonus. For defense module, all focus on def PvP damage reduce. For support module, just only focus on max PvP ward. And for the talents, the important talents, you can use Technique Occurring, because this talent give you damage bonus 30% for skill we use by soul capturing, and remaining talent is optional. You can use Strip for increased success rate 10% to remove enemy armor and weapon. Gravity Mastery is good optional talents too. You get bonus movement speed after break from enemy dispel skill. And now for the feathers, you can follow my set feather. I put only to light feather on red feather, because I really need ignore PDEF points. So for remaining 3 red feather, I put day and sky feather so can get balanced stats for PvP damage bonus and ignore death. For to get good PvP damage bonus, I put all my light and dark feather on black feather, so I can reach good PvP damage bonus. This is for my statue build. I focus on PvP build first, so I take middle statue at first priority. And after that I will finish remaining statue. For the statue I cannot explain so specific, because this according to player, which section they will increase first, as PvP or as PvE. For card, usually I use my human and medium card for PvP, but sometimes I look for situational first. You can change card to small enemy too, according what enemy we fight. If Doram I use small, but if other job I use medium. And for armor I use RGOP. Sometimes many people use battery card too, but I didn't use that because I think RGOP most effective than battery. Reason people use battery because many soul chaser right now. Skill area shadow chaser is meteor assault and that was a shadow element. That's why many people use battery. Why I use RGOP? As you can see on element shadow to poison got penalty minus 50%, and for shadow to shadow get penalty damage minus 75%. That's right, battery more good. But how if people ask Asperio on Archbishop? That will be suicide, because as you can see, Holy to Shadow plus 50% damage, that will be disaster. Meanwhile for our GOP, as you can see, if Shadow Strike Poison, they get penalty minus 50%, and for Holy to Poison is natural damage. Didn't get any bonus damage or penalty. Win-win solution, right? And for another card I use to Ragnarok on my Cloak to Resistance with natural damage, because right now so many job release natural skill damage. Okay guys, that's all I can share about my PvP build. If I have mistaken about my information on my build, please let me know on comments. That will be so nice to know, and that's all about my video today. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like. Thank you and see you at next video. Bye.